Hello, staff. So, STAAR is over. Now what? This month's training is going to be on song generators as well as Microsoft activities that you can do with your students at the end of the year. So, first, we're going to go over the educational song generators, and that includes the Magic School Song Generator, Suno, and then the Magic School Labs. After we're done with that, we will move on to the Microsoft Learning activities, and some activities include flashcards, fill in the blanks, and some matching games. These next several slides are really just overviews and brief instructions on how to use each and every one of the activities that we're going to go over. So I'm not really going to go over those slides, but they will be provided to you in the link down below so that way you can access it or go back to it later on if you'd like to. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be showing you how to create those magic school rooms for your students to be able to create the lyrics for the song that they're going to create. So of course you're going to need your magic school account. So if you haven't already, you would go into Google, look up magic school and sign in with your district email. Okay. Now on the left-hand side, once you're in on your dashboard on the left-hand side, you're going to look for where it says Magic Student and click on that arrow and see now you have some options. We're going to go ahead and click on Rooms. Then over here on the right-hand side, you're going to click on Create Room. And now here is where you're going to choose the tool that you want to be able to use for this room. Now, for the sake of this training, we are using Song Generator right here. However, for any other room that you'd like to create, you do have access to all of those tools. And you can also, once you've chosen a tool, up here on the right-hand side, you can click Add Tool, and you can do multiple tools for one room if you'd like to do that. But like I said, for the sake of this training, we're just going to keep it to the Song Generator. Okay, now on the left-hand side here, these are the tool details. So it has the tool name, the tool description, and then the grade level. So here you're going to go ahead and change that to whatever grade level you are working with. And then song topic. So here, this will depend on what you're using this song generator for. If you are having the kids use it to create something educational, for example, a song about the water cycle, then here is where you will specify that this song has to be about the water cycle. If you are doing this for the end of year fun activity type of thing, and you want the student to be able to just have fun and play around with it and choose the topic that they want it to be about, then you'll leave this blank. And the same thing for the details. If you want something specific, then you'll put it here. But if you want to just kind of leave the details up to the student, then you'd leave it blank. And then the last one is artist name and song title. Again, same thing. If you want all of the songs that they create to have the same beat or for it to sound like, Old MacDonald had a farm, you'd put that. But if you want the students to be able to choose that part, then you leave it blank. And the AI will prompt them. It'll ask them those questions and they'll be able to choose. Once you're done here on the left-hand side, we're going to come over to the right-hand side, and now we're going to look at the preview. So this will show us what it'll look like for the students. So it says, hello, I am the educational song generator. I'm ready to write custom song lyrics for you. To get started, I need a bit more information. What should the song be about? So here's where they will type in what they want the song to be about. So it can be about, summer animals. Maybe they're going on a road trip. So maybe a song about, I don't know, wherever they're going. Maybe they're going to Disney, something like that. So they can kind of play around with it. So let's just stick to summer. Great, a song about summer sounds fun. Now I need one more piece of information. What song should the lyrics sound like? So they can choose. It gives some examples like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, Happy, Let It Go. So they're able to choose. It will prompt them though. Let's say they put a song that is not appropriate. maybe a song that has bad words or just isn't appropriate for children, it'll prompt them. It'll kind of say like, this is not appropriate, let's choose a different song. So that's good. So let's just go with happy. Okay, and there we go. So these are the lyrics that it came up with. In the title, it says Summer Sunshine Fun. It might seem crazy wearing shorts today. The sun is shining bright. Let's go outside and play swimming in the pool, and so on. So now it gave all the lyrics, and I'm going to show you in a second how you, the teacher, not the student, is going to put the lyrics into Suno, and that app or that platform is going to create the actual song. But before I do that, let me show you what to do after this step. So once you're done previewing and you like the way that it looks, we're going to go ahead and click Save to Room. Now, you can save to an existing room if you already have rooms that you've created, or you can just create a new room. So we're going to title it End of Year Song Activity. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and click on Save Room. And now these are your options on how you want to share with them. So you can share the link. You can put it directly on Google Classroom as an assignment, or you can share the code. So the easiest thing would probably be the Google Classroom, right? Because this one has, direct access to your classroom, and it'll just create that assignment. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and jump over to Suno. Well, before we do that, let's go ahead and we're going to need the lyrics. So we are going to, let's see. Yes, this is the one that we did. I'm going to go and copy those lyrics. Now, I'm copying them because I'm showing you how to do it. However, the way that it's going to work for you guys once you're, doing this with your students are not able to have access to Suno. So this is something that you are going to have to do. This part, all the Magic School Room, this is what they're doing. But once it comes time to put it in and generate the song in Suno, you as the teacher have to do that. So what I would suggest is once they, get the lyrics that they like, have them copy the lyrics and share it with you. They can do that by, like once you create that lesson on Google Classroom, they can add it as a comment. Or if you have a different way that you want them to share those lyrics with you, you can do that as well. Just as long as you have access to the lyrics. Or you just exactly how I did it right now, you could do that as well. You'll go into the student's conversation, and then you'll click on the little arrow and go down to the lyrics, and then you can copy from here. Okay. So now let's go ahead and jump over to Suno. So I'm going to go to Google and type in Suno. And you probably will have to create an account. It's going to prompt you to log in or join Suno for free. Okay, so once you've created your account, you answer all those questions and everything, it's going to take you to your dashboard. So once you're here, we're going to come up here on the left-hand side, and we're going to click Create. So here in Suno, you can do kind of what we did with the Magic School Room. You can just kind of give a description, and it'll create the lyrics and then the song. However, we want the students to be involved, right? So because like I said, the Suno, they can't have access to this. This is only you. So we will go to the advanced over here. And this is where we're just going to kind of skip the part about creating the lyrics because we have our own lyrics. So right here is where you will paste in those lyrics that we saved. And then we're going to click, down here you do have style. So This is where you could put, you could ask the students, what should the type of song be? Should it be country? Should it be pop? You can, get creative with it, and you'll type this in here. So let's just put pop. And then now you can put create. It does take a minute, but you'll see eventually it'll pop up here on under the workspaces. There it is. So it starts to pop up, and it populates 4 different songs for you to choose from. Once they're done loading, then you can preview them, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so they're done loading. Let's go ahead and preview. Oh, just kidding, not yet. Let's see. They are still loading. Okay. Okay, now it's ready. So let's go ahead and preview this first one.
Summer days are here. It might seem crazy wearing shorts today. The sun is shining, time to go and play. No more school bells, we can run all day because it's summer.
Okay. And then, so of course, you can just go ahead and preview the other ones. Now, I do want to mention, of the 4 songs that it provides to you, only the first 2 are like free, where you can download the whole version, the whole 2 minutes and however many seconds. The other 2 options are not free, so you can only preview these.
Summer days are here.
So these you would have to upgrade in order to hear the full song and to be able to download it. So really, I would say, just stick to the two options that it gives you. Now, how do we share it with the students? You're going to click on these 3 buttons, and you're going to click download. Then you're going to download as an MP3 audio. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to put, so here it says, like, if you want to, get copyright, all of that, and the commercial use and everything like that, you would need to upgrade. So we don't need it for any of those things. So we're just going to come down and put download. So now it's downloaded, and it pops up here under my downloads. The way that I would suggest that you share with your students is by saving it to your Google Drive. So you're going to go to your Google Drive and save this file. Then on your Google Drive, that's how you will share it with the student. Because remember, on your Google Drive, you can share that, whatever that file is, with a link. So then you can share it with the students, and they have access to their song. And this is a good way for them to be able to go back to their song and listen to it without having to access Suno itself. And that is how you use Suno. Now, one more thing to mention. You do only get 5 songs a day, which right here it says 30 credits. So technically it's 50 credits a day. So every time you create a song, and it's not each song, right? Like, it gives you those 5 songs, and that doesn't count as 5 credits. That's 1 whole credit for those 5 songs. But every time you create one, it takes away 10 credits, if that makes sense. So technically, you're able to generate this 5 times. So I would suggest that if you're doing it with your students, like I said, you're only able to do 5 a day. So I would suggest maybe having them pair up in groups, or taking turns. 5 students will go this day, 5 students will go the next day. However you feel like would be best. But yeah, that's it. That is how you use Suno. So now we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to jump over to the other activities that I was going to show you. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on to Gemini. Now, we are still using this. This is the teacher using this part. So we're going to use the same song lyrics that we created using the Magic School. And we're just going to input it here. So this could be in place of using Suno. So your first step would still be to have the students create their lyrics using the Magic School, and then they share the lyrics with you, and then you as the teacher will go in and do this next part with Gemini instead of doing Suno. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Google and we're going to type in Gemini, and it'll probably ask you to log in with your district account. So go ahead and do so. And then once you've done that, it'll take you to this dashboard, which is the new chat. So once you get here, you're going to click on the plus button, and then you're going to click on more tools and then create music. So now you're going to choose the theme, I guess, the type of music you want. So there's 90s rap, pop, emo, whatever the kids want, you can put the K-pop. So we'll go with the K-pop. Let's see what it says. Okay, and then it says customize this track. So this is where you're going to type in the lyrics. Okay, there it is. And then we're going to go ahead and click submit. Okay, so now it says, I have created your modern high energy K-pop summer track based on your provided lyrics and structural instructions. The music is ready and can be played directly right here in our chat window. Enjoy the bright vibes and the dramatic buildup. So let's preview it.
It might seem crazy wearing shorts today. The sun is shining, time to go and play. No more school.
Okay, there it is. Now, the only thing with Gemini is it doesn't create long songs like Suno does. This one is only 30 seconds. But this is good if you just want it to be something short and simple for the kids, and maybe you don't want a full-blown song. This is a good option. So from here, you would click download. And you're going to do, you can do the video, and it'll just be like, it'll just have like a video of the picture that it created for you, the cover art, and the song, or you can just download the song. And then you'll do the same thing like that I mentioned with the Suno. You're going to save it to your Google Drive and then share the link with your student. And once we're done with all of this, I can show you briefly how to do that. So you'll click download, and then like I said, I'll show you a little bit later how to upload that to your Google Drive. Okay, so now I'm going to show you one more thing, which is a tool in Magic School. So we're going to jump back over to Magic School. And right here down, once you log in, you need to go to your Magic School tools. And this is for you as the teacher. So this is why I'm showing you this at the end and not earlier when we were talking about the rooms, because this is not for the students. The students don't have access to this tool. So this is more if you would like to create a song. Like I mentioned the last time, if you wanted to do like an educational song, like maybe about the content or the topic that you're, discussing in class, like perimeter or something, this is something that you could use for you to create it, not for the students' input. So you would go to tools and scroll down here to educational song generator. And you would put in the topic. So let's say we are talking about perimeter. And the grade levels, it kind of bunches it up. So we're going to leave it as third through fifth grade. And then you can choose the type of music you'd like. So we'll leave it as rock, and then any specific instructions that you would want to add to this. So we're going to go ahead and click next. Okay, and so now it comes up with the lyrics on its own. You can take a look at it and see if you like it. It says you've got a square, you've got a square, you've got a square right there. Add up all the sides around. That's the perimeter you found. It's the distance all the way around your shape every day. Okay, so I like it. Let's continue. So now we go down to the voice. You have some options for the voice. You can do a cartoon character, or you can choose based on maybe like the theme of the song, the genre of the song that you're doing. So since we were doing rock, we could probably do rock/gritty. Or you can do under pop female, pop male. You can kind of play around with it, or you can do the AI decides. So since we were doing rock, I'm going to stick with the rock. Now we're going to click generate song. Okay, and there it is. Now, the only thing is before I do the preview, if you can see up here, it says weekly limit reached. You get one free song per week. So that is the only downside of using the Magic School generator. It only gives you one per week. So here is the song. Let's go ahead and preview it.
You've got a square. You've got a square. You've got a square right there.
Okay, so it sounds good. You like it. All right, we're going to download. And so this is, you'd click download and then it saves to your stuff. So then you can remember, like I said, this is more like if you wanted to show the song to the students, not so much that you're creating it for the students. So you wouldn't really need to share it with them like a link or anything. This would be more for your own use. So you could save this to your own files and pull it up once you wanted to, maybe practice it with them or something. Okay, so now before I move on to the Microsoft activities, I'm going to show you really quickly the drive. So how to, like all the songs that we just downloaded, how to save it to your drive and how to share it with your students. So now I'm going to go ahead and jump over to my drive and I'm going to click on new. So we're going to upload from, and I'm going to click file upload. And we're going to upload from my downloads because that's where I downloaded all the different songs that we did. So here is one of the songs that we downloaded. I'm going to click open. And you can see here that it's uploading. And then it says upload complete. So you might have to search for it. A lot of times it'll just pop up under your recents. So here it is under my recent. You're going to click on the three dots. Now, it's up to you. If you want to rename it based on the student, like if it's going to get too crazy because you're going to have a bunch of songs in your drive and you want it based on maybe a group of kids or one specific kid, you can rename it and put their name. Or if you don't think you'll get confused because it'll have different titles, then you can leave it as is. But if you did want to change it, you could put here, click rename and add the student's name. Now, to share it with them, we're going to go ahead and click share. And well, first let's click file information because in order to share with the students, you might have to make sure that it's shareable. They might not have access to it. So you're going to click on manage access. And you don't want them messing with it. So it's just going to be viewer. And then yes, viewer, and then must have link to access. Okay, so everything looks good. From here, we're going to click on copy link. And then that's it. From there, you'll share that link with them so you can maybe send it to them through the Google chat, like on your stream, and you can just let them know this is so-and-so's song. Or you can share it with them a different way if you have another way of sharing with them. But that's basically it. You just share that link with them. Okay, so in a minute, I'm going to jump over to the Microsoft activities. Okay, so now finally it is the Microsoft Learning activities. So the next several slides are going to show you step by step how to create the activities, how to access it, things like that. But I am going to jump over to a live view so I can actually show you. But if you do need to go back and review the steps, you can do that with the slides. And there are a couple of links here. Like for example, on one of the slides that's coming up, there's a link of a game that was already created, so you could kind of see like mess with it yourself and see what it looks like. But I am going to go over that in the live view in just a second. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and show you the Microsoft activities. So what you're going to need to do is go to your My Apps. Once you're on your My Apps, you're going to go to the app's dashboard, and you can either like scroll and look for it, or if it's easier, just start typing it in. You're going to put learning activities and it should pop up. So it's not the learning blue one, it's learning activities. Okay, so and this is what it looks like. So once you've created or joined any other ones, they'll pop up here. So you see here, I have one there that I've played before, and this is the one I'm going to show you in just a second. Then you have all the ones that you've created, and then you can have some that you've bookmarked. So this could be some that other people have shared with you. And then over here to join. So this is if you want to join somebody else's, you would put in the code that they share with you. And then right here is activities or new activities. So this is where you're going to create yours. So I'm just going to briefly show you each one just to show you how you would fill it out. And then I'll show you an example of one of them of how it looks. So we'll start with the flashcards. So you're able to create flashcards for the kids to practice. So here you would type in your content. So you would need to put, you could put, whatever you want in the front. So like the word in the front and then the definition in the back, just like that. And then you type it all out. Or if you have like a PDF or something, you could just click add content and upload. Then you decide down here how you want the flashcards to look. So what I did right now was the term and definition. So that's what I have chosen. But you could also do question and answer. So then that's how you would have to put question and then the answer. Or you can do multiple choice. Then you can also generate a hint for each card, and AI will do that for you. So you don't have to do that part. Once you're done filling all this out, you'll just click generate and then it'll create the flashcards for you. Okay, the next one would be fill in the blank. So same thing here, you're going to type in all of your content or whatever information that you want to be used for the fill in the blank. So if you have like a paragraph, maybe from something that they read, then you would paste the whole paragraph here. Now, depending on how you want to do it, if you already have specific like a word bank of words that you want them to use to fill it in, then you would click here use text as entered, and when you type it in, you're going to leave those words blank. However, if you don't really have like a word bank that you want and you just kind of want it to do it on its own, you'll click here allow AI to edit content for exercises, and AI will choose the words that they're going to leave blank, and those are the words that they'll have for the word bank. And then down here, the difficulty. So you can choose if you want it to be easy, medium, or challenging. Once you're done filling all this out, you will click generate. Okay, that's the fill in the blank. And then the last one is the matching. So here, same thing. You're gonna enter your content. So this one is like a matching game. You're gonna need the word and then the definition. So same thing. You could type word, whatever your word is, and then the definition will follow, and then you just continue. Unless you have a PDF, you can also upload a PDF as well. Then down here, you're just going to look at the game settings. So you can have a leaderboard because it is timed. So it's kind of like a game. So if you have several kids playing, then you can see at the end of once they complete it, they'll see who was like the top 5. And then custom nicknames. So this allows them to create their own nickname, or you can turn it off and it just leaves everybody anonymous. Once you're done with that, then again, you'd click generate. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what one of them looks like, which is the matching. So this is one that was already created for us. So this is where it has the nickname. So they'll type in their name or whatever they want to put, and then start game. And this is what it looks like. So here they're matching the abbreviation to the definition of it. So for example, a formal title for men would be Mr. Oh, just kidding, sir. A neutral title used for women would be Miss. Just kidding, this Miss. An abbreviation for Mr. used for men would be Mr. And then abbreviation for Mrs. would be Miss. And then unmarried girls would be Miss. Okay, and I don't know if you noticed, but at the top it was timing. So now this is what it looks like at the end. And it says, nice try, every game makes you better. So this is the time, the match streak, and then the accuracy. So, and then it tells you the top 5 fastest times. So this is different people, like the different students who would do it. And then that's it. And those are how that's how you do those games. Oh, and let me show you how to share it. So once you've created a game, you're going to click on the 3 dots and then click copy link. You could also duplicate, like let's say you like this one, but you want to change it a little bit. You can duplicate it, and then that way you're able to edit it. So view new activity. And so here you're able, if you click on the pencil, you're able to edit. So you can go in and edit anything that you want, maybe the definitions or something. Okay. But yes, going back to that, once you have one that you want to share with them, you just copy link, and then you can either post it on your Google Classroom, or if you have another way of sharing with them, then you can do that as well. And that is it. That is how you use Microsoft Learning activities and, of course, the generators that we looked at earlier. So thank you again for joining my training, and hope to see you next time.